And on behalf of Prince George's County Office of Central Services, thank you all for being here, and thank you for your interest in doing business with Prince George's County. So what we're talking about today are certifications, business certifications, as it relates to Prince George's County government. Now, there are different types of business certifications at the federal level, at the state level. Again, the ones that we're discussing today are at the county level, specifically in Prince George's County. As mentioned, I am the outreach manager in our Supplier Development and Diversity Division. That division is part of the Prince George's County Office of Central Services. Today's PowerPoint will be sent out to all the registered participants. So I know we have some links in the presentation, and you'll be able to access those once you have the presentation in hand. Today's agenda, we're going to talk about the Supplier Development Diversity Division, or SD3 as we refer to it. We're going to discuss the types of certifications that are available in Prince George's County. We're also going to talk about the benefits of certification and the certification requirements. I'm going to do a brief tutorial of our business highway and show you how you can access our procurement opportunities. And then last but not least, cover some other resources and upcoming events in the Prince George's County business community. So we'll go ahead and get started. Again, the Supplier Development and Diversity Division is commonly referred to as SD3. We are the official authorized certification agency for Prince George's County government, meaning if you are looking to obtain a Prince George's County government business certification, you must go through our office. Now, there are other private entities that will help facilitate your business certification application, but ultimately they're submitting it to our office for processing and vetting. So we have free trainings such as the one today and some of the other additional trainings that I'll discuss shortly to be able to help you navigate our portals and our different systems so that you can successfully complete an accurate application. The link to our webpage is there listed below, and you'll have access to that when you receive the presentation. So for those who may be new to the world of business certifications or new to the world of certifications as it relates to Prince George's County, number one, we're going to talk about the benefits of certification. So again, what we're talking about are business certifications for Prince George's County. And so 9 times out of 10, any type of solicitation or contract opportunity that's made available through Prince George's County government is going to have some type of business certification requirement in order for you to be eligible to bid on that opportunity. So you need to be able to have that business certification in hand at the time of submission of your bid. It can't be in process. It can't be pending approval. It has to be in hand in order for you to be able to submit that bid. So it allows you to be eligible for county government contracting opportunities. Here in Prince George's County, we do have by law participation requirements. We can look at some of these examples here listed below. For contracts that are valued at $500,000 and above, there is a 40% county-based small business requirement. For contracts valued at $500,000, we have a under $500,000, we have that 100% county-based small business requirement. All of the contracts, there's a 30% minority business enterprise requirement. So right off the bat, you see, depending upon your business certification type that you have, you can see the benefits in terms of giving you preference for those contracting opportunities. Some additional benefits for having a certification through Prince George's County government is it also allows you to be eligible for specific private sector contracting opportunities. We oftentimes work with folks like Clark Construction, Luminous Health, the MGM at the National Harbor. These are entities that are not affiliated with Prince George's County government. However, they do oftentimes give preference and encourage folks to be able to get certified through our office. As an example, the MGM is located in Prince George's County, and they do have a community benefits agreement in place that requires folks to be certified both at the state level and at the Prince George's County level in order to do business with the MGM. So right there, you see it allows you to be eligible not only for Prince George's County government opportunities, but also some of these private sector entities that are also doing procurement as well. Once you are certified, your information will be listed in our vendor directory. I'm actually going to do a brief tutorial a little later on that vendor directory and what that looks like, but it's another marketing tool for you as a business owner. You'll list your vendor profile, which will have your contact information, your address, your services, your goods, your NICS codes. All of that great information will be listed in our vendor directory. Our vendor directory is used not only by Prince George's County government agencies, but also by different entities throughout the metropolitan area. We've had success stories in the past where folks have been contacted for work simply by being listed in the vendor directory. In addition to that, we have free technical trainings webinars that we send out. I send out via communications for folks who have to register for those. We contact subject matter experts and try to get a feel for what the needs are of the business community at the time. And then we find folks to be able to share information about those specific topics. And then last but not least, you also want to be able to list your business certification on your capability statement. If you don't know what a capability statement is, it's basically a one-page resume that highlights your specific business and also any certifications that you have, any past performance as well. So those are just some of the benefits, both on the private sector side and also on the government side as well, in terms of being certified. Here on the screen, you see the certifications that are available through Prince George's County. Number one is the Minority Business Enterprise certification. Now, Prince George's County is not we do not do the initial certification of the MBE. We offer a reciprocal. It is an additional step. It's not automatic. It is an additional step, meaning if you are certified as an MBE with one of the certifying agencies, you then can come to Prince George's County and then obtain your reciprocal MBE. In addition to that, we offer a county-based small business certification, county-based business, and then the county-located business. All of our certifications are valid for 1 year, and any processing of your certification application is free of cost through Prince George's County government. So now we'll get into the first certification is the MBE. So as I mentioned, Prince George's County government does not do the initial certification. You must approach one of the listed third-party certification agencies that are recognized by our office. Now, some of these are public, some of these are private. Our friends at the Maryland Department of Transportation, they will process your application free of cost, and their processing time tends to range between 3 or 4 months. So I would encourage you, if you are interested in applying for the Minority Business Enterprise certification, you want to start that process sooner rather than later. Some of the entities on here are private entities. With that comes a cost associated with the processing of your MBE application. However, also with that cost comes a package that kind of prepares you to understand how to leverage and utilize your MBE. So the cost may vary depending on the organization. I'm not sure what the specific cost is for each organization currently. You'll have to contact those individually to be able to find that information out. But like I said, once you are certified with that agency, you can obtain your Prince George's County reciprocal. The reciprocal in Prince George's County on our end, basically you're just uploading documentation to be able to say, hey, I've already been vetted as an MBE. Here's my documentation. When we receive that documentation, the processing time is between 2 to 3 days here in Prince George's County. Similar to what we're doing today, I'm sure most of you are already aware that MDOT, Maryland Department of Transportation, does host a certification application workshop. Basically, what they do is similar to what we're doing today. They walk you through what that MBE process looks like. I believe they offer that workshop twice a month. You can access their homepage. If you can just Google MDOT MBE, this is their homepage. And then on the left-hand side, as you can see, they'll have the drop-down box where you can select a convenient date for you to be able to sign up for their workshop and learn more information about what that MBE process looks like. Now, to be considered a MBE or the Minority Business Enterprise, your business must be 51% minority owned and operated. So 51% minority owned and operated, and these are the classification categories that will determine MBE. Now, this is different from any federal business certifications that you have. This is something that's specific to the state, and then here in the county, this is specific to the county. So there are additional steps you'll have to go through if you want to be considered here in Prince George's County. There's no automatic federal to state or federal to county process. The next certification that we're going to discuss is the CBSB. So the CBSB is the county-based small business certification. That particular certification requires your business to be headquartered in Prince George's County. So in addition to being headquartered in Prince George's County, to be considered a county-based small business, your business must have also been in operation for at least 1 full year. Now, if this is your first time applying for a county-based small business certification, there is a site visit that's required. I'll share a little bit of information a little bit later on about what that site visit looks like. Here in the state of Maryland, we do have some regulations through COMAR that dictate what is considered a small business. So here on the left on the screen, you can see some industry areas, and on the right, you can see the number of employees that you cannot exceed depending upon your industry type. Now, this is just a small set of examples of industry types. A full set is available through state Maryland regulations listed in COMAR. But like you see there, if you're, as an example, if you're in wholesale operations, you cannot employ more than 50 folks. Anything beyond 50, you are no longer considered a small business. You will be considered a county-based business. The same thing with gross sales. Again, listed on the left, we have the industry area, and then we have on the right, the not to exceed dollar amount for gross sales over the past 3 years. And again, this is dependent on your industry type. Anything beyond those numbers that you see there on the right, you're no longer considered a small business, you'll be considered a county-based business. So you can be one or the other. You can be a county-based small business or a county-based business, but not both. Now, moving on to the county-based business certification, again, this one does have the same requirement that your business must be headquartered in Prince George's County. It also has the requirement that your business must have been in business for at least 1 full year. Now, the documentation that you'll submit for both the county-based small business certification and the county-based business certification is going to be pretty straightforward and common across the board. We're still looking at your letters of good standing, your federal tax returns, any articles of incorporation, and of course, a complete and an accurate application. Now, if you're applying for your MBE, a lot of this documentation is going to be the same documentation that you'll be submitting for your MBE as well. In our system, which is, it's called CCS, in our systems is actually a checklist on your dashboard once you create a profile that helps keep you organized and will tell you what documentation is needed for the particular certification that you are applying for. But most of this documentation is going to be standard across the board. Everything is done online in our CCS system, which I'll get into shortly. There's no need to email or fax any documents or mail any hard copies. Everything is done online. Now, we talked about the Minority Business Enterprise certification. We went over the county-based small business certification, and we just talked about the county-based business certification. And now we're talking about the county-located business certification. So I know a lot of folks on the call are located outside of Prince George's County, and that is perfectly fine. We do have a certification, the County Located Business Certification, the CLB. That one is specifically for folks who are headquartered outside of Prince George's County. It does have a requirement that you have some type of space or some type of satellite office in Prince George's County. You can be headquartered in Baltimore County, Baltimore City, Hartford County, but you need to have some type of satellite space or some type of office space here in Prince George's County. And really, I mean, this certification was created more so as an incentive to attract folks to start to do business with the county with the hopes of them eventually moving into Prince George's County. Now, the documentation for this particular certification does differ a little bit because it does drill down to looking at your employees, whether they are full-time, part-time, and whether those employees that you hire are Prince George's County residents. Other than that, the rest of the documentation is still going to be standard across the board. Tax returns, letters of good standing. I know a common question that comes up is, well, I live in Prince George's County. I pay property taxes in Prince George's County, and that's all fine. However, we go based off of where your business is headquartered, based on your federal tax returns for your associated with your business, and where your business is registered, and all your marketing materials and everything must reflect an address in Prince George's County. Again, this documentation is going to be similar to the other certifications, still going to be standards across the board. And there's a listing of all this documentation that's required in our CCS system to help keep you organized to complete an application. Now, the certification application, like I mentioned, everything is done online in our CCS system. CCS stands for Certification and Compliance System. When you are ready to begin the Prince George's County Government Business Certification process, you'll access this portal. And then you want to make sure that you click on Apply for/Renew Certification. I'll do a brief tutorial on what this looks like in real time shortly. And then you'll have to create an account and then complete your vendor profile. Through the CCS system, you can check the status of your certification application. You can check any messages. For example, if a business analyst, there was a discrepancy with a tax return or a document that was uploaded that wasn't legible, then a business analyst will contact you in the CCS system. They'll send you a message and or an email to communicate with you about your application status. On average, if you are looking to be able to obtain your MBE reciprocal here in the county, that takes about 2 to 3 days. And if you are applying for all other certifications, county-based small business, county-based business, or county-located business, those tend to take about 7 business days to be able to process. So our process internally within Prince George's County government is fairly quickly. Again, the MBE process, which is through the state of Maryland and or one of the other entities that was listed on the screen, can take a couple of months in order for you to complete that vetting process. Once you are certified as a Prince George's County business, you can actually obtain a copy of your certification in the CCS system. You can save it as a PDF and then print it out if you wish. Now, in addition to this training, today's training is just going over the different types of certification, the eligibility, and the requirements. In addition to today's training, we have an additional training that actually walks you through the certification application. So they are friends in the compliance unit. They help provide that hands-on assistance. It is a virtual training, and they walk you through each field of the certification application to be able to help you troubleshoot if necessary in real time. You'll have this information in the presentation. This is how you can register for that training. It's held the first and third Wednesday of each month. It's not mandatory, it's optional. If you want extra hands-on technical assistance, they're able to provide you with that. We want to make this process as streamlined and as easy for the users as possible, and that's why we do these different types of presentations and walkthroughs so that you can successfully complete an application the first time and get certified. Site visits. Again, site visits are for folks who are applying for a certification for the first time. We have transitioned from doing in-person to now a total of 10 photos for your site visit. And so you'll have 5 of the interior, 5 of the exterior, and then you'll upload those as part of your certification application. If you have a home-based business, that's perfectly fine. Again, same rules apply. 5 photos of the exterior, and then 5 photos of that space wherever your business is conducted. All right, procurement opportunities. So once you are certified, you are ready to and eligible to bid on county government procurement opportunities. There's 2 places where you can find those opportunities. One is on our website through our Ariba system. You can access and view any solicitations. You will have to create an account and then log in to be able to view those and reply. Also through the state of Maryland, eMaryland Marketplace, you can access Prince George's County, as well as procurement opportunities from other jurisdictions throughout the state of Maryland. So those are the two places where you can go to be able to access information related to procurement opportunities. A resource that I want to make mention of is Vendor Day. Vendor Day is an opportunity that is hosted by our friends in the Contracts Administration and Procurement Division. What they do is they allow you to be able to schedule a meeting for up to 30 minutes. It's an opportunity for you to be able to introduce your business to the county. On that call, you'll have an opportunity to be able to conduct a presentation, provide information related to your services and goods. And then it's also a good opportunity for you to ask questions. I always encourage folks, the time of the meeting is 30 minutes. Please do not spend 29 minutes presenting, right? You want to make sure that you are strategic with this time, because on this call, folks from our procurement office will be there, folks from the county agency that best corresponds to your services and goods that your business provide. They will be on the call, and then I myself will be on the call as well. It's a really good opportunity for you to ask very specific targeted questions as it relates to procurement opportunities and any forecast that may be available at the time. So in order to be able to sign up for that, you can visit this link, and I'll actually show how to do that shortly. Once you visit that link, it'll ask information related to your business. Once you submit your request, Ms. Betty, my colleague, she'll go ahead and set you up with that Vendor Day meeting. That's held once a month, and those slots do fill up fairly quickly. So I'd encourage, if that's something you're interested in doing. Again, if you've been in business for 1 year, you've been in business for 25 years, I would say it's a good opportunity for you to introduce and or reintroduce your business to Prince George's County. Now, one thing I do want to highlight is there are some agencies that do not fall under the discretion of the Office of Central Services. So the Office of Central Services, we do the overwhelming majority of procurement for Prince George's County government. However, there are entities like the Department of Social Services. They have their own separate Office of Procurement. So if you're looking to be able to do business with DSS, I would encourage you to reach out to them directly to be able to set up that one-on-one informative meeting to be able to discuss what procurement with them specifically looks like. The same thing with public schools and the public library system. Again, those are large entities that have their own procurement process. Folks often mistakenly confuse the community college with being affiliated with Prince George's County government. It is not. It has its own procurement office, and they primarily do business with folks who are certified as minority business enterprises. All right, the Business Highway. The Business Highway is our one-stop shop. This online portal launched about a little over a year and a half ago. Everything that I discussed today can be found on the Business Highway. To be able to access that, you'll just navigate to pgcbusinesshighway.com. At this time, I'm going to stop sharing this presentation and actually navigate to the Business Highway to give a brief tutorial on what that looks like. So stand by with me. All right. So what we are seeing here is the Business Highway. Again, that website is pgcbusinesshighway.com. Let's go to the Get Certified tab. So here at the top, you're going to see a number of tabs. We're going to start here on the left-hand side and Get Certified. Again, once you are ready to begin that certification process, as I mentioned, you'll access our CCS system, Certification and Compliance System. You'll navigate to where it says Apply for/Renew Certification. Again, if this is your first time applying, you'll go ahead and create an account and set up your vendor profile as it relates to your business. If maybe you applied in the past and you had a lapse in your certification, that's no problem at all. You can still log in. If you forgot your login information, you can find or access it and then continue just to access your profile and update it if necessary. So that's where you would go to begin the application process. I mentioned before our certification directory. Once you are certified, you'll be listed in this directory. Again, this directory is not only used by Prince George's County government, it's also used by other entities who do procurement throughout the metropolitan area. This is a great tool because they can research and find folks to be able to do work based on a variety of search fields. So if I have a specific commodity code, I can click that commodity code and locate you here in this vendor directory. If I want someone or a business that is in a specific zip code, city, or in a specific distance from a location, I can do that here as well. We've had success stories in the past where folks have been contacted for towing, for snow removal, simply because they were listed in here and a search was conducted based on their commodity code. They popped up, services were requested, they were rendered. And so this is a great marketing tool. One thing I'll say is that when you do set up your vendor profile, make sure that the email address that you put in as your contact email is actually somebody who's checking their email, because I send out communications related to procurement opportunities, related to different events, webinars, trainings. You want to be sure that that person, whoever that person is actually reading those emails, and you don't want to miss out on those communications. Aside from that, an additional tip is if you modify or expand your services or goods, make sure you go back to your vendor profile and include those NICS codes in your vendor profile. Again, looking at this portal here, I can locate based on a commodity code. So if you don't update your NICS codes or your commodity codes in your vendor profile, you're not going to pop up on the listing when I go ahead and generate and populate a list of folks who do that type of service. So you want to make sure your information is accurate and up to date. If you are looking to be able to do the CCS walkthrough training, that's the training that is held the first and third Wednesday of every month. That is the one that actually walks you through the certification application in each field. You can sign up for that by visiting the PGC training tab here listed below. That training is coming up on the 15th, and that one is listed at the top. It's called 2024 Certification and Compliance System Overview Training. So you can go ahead and click on that and then sign up for that training. We're going to navigate back to the business highway. And we're going to click on Finding Opportunities. So here on the Finding Opportunities tab, again, to be able to access our procurement opportunities, you'll go to our system, our online system, and that's available through here. It says Speed Discovery. Once you click on that, you'll be prompted to either log in or create an account to be able to view and bid on those solicitations or contract opportunities. You can also visit the Finding Opportunities tab to locate our 2024 forecast. Just as an FYI, our fiscal year ends the 30th of June, so we start our new fiscal year July 1. And so this forecast will be updated pretty soon to be able to reflect what that FY 2025 forecast is going to look like. The vendor day meeting that I mentioned, the vendor day meeting is the opportunity for you to introduce your business to Prince George's County government. That can be accessed on the Finding Opportunities tab. Once you click on that, you can complete this meeting questionnaire. It's going to ask you information about your business, and then you'll get set up for that 30-minute meeting to be able to discuss your business and then ask questions as it relates to the forecast for opportunities. And then last but not least, I'll bring your attention to two initiatives that we have under the Office of Central Services. One of them is called the Mentor Protege Program. The Mentor Protege Program is an opportunity for proteges and mentors to collaborate. The whole purpose of that is the goal of having the protege move from being a subcontractor to working as a prime. And so this is an initiative currently under the Office of Central Services. There's more information that can be accessed here as it relates to that Mentor Protege Program. And then the last initiative that I want to make mention of is our supply schedule. Our supply schedule, the Prince George's County supply schedule, is similar to the federal government GSA schedule. We have 10 specific categories that we are looking for businesses to be able to provide services and goods. These are the 10. As part of our new fiscal year, which is coming up July 1, these 10 categories will change and be updated as well. So this is what we have been looking for the first phase of the initiative, and now we're moving into the next phase, and we're going to update these categories. Basically, with the supply schedule is you have to apply for whichever category is specific to your business. And once you apply and you're an approved vendor, a county agency can contact you directly and do business directly with you. There's no need for you to bid on any type of opportunities. They can contact you for that work. They can cut you a check, pay you with a credit card, or do a purchase order for those services and goods. And so it's more of a streamlined process for those limited 10 categories. So that is the supply schedule. This is the business highway. Again, definitely encourage you to just kind of browse around, check out what opportunities we have here. This is our one-stop shop where you can access all the information. I'm going to exit this and then navigate back to the presentation. All right, so we just covered the business highway. Moving on to other resources. Our friends down the street at the Economic Development Corporation, they are a phenomenal resource for all business owners, whether you're located in Prince George's County or not. Definitely encourage you to reach out to them. Their website is there, pgcedc.com. Under their different tabs, they have listed their initiatives that are under their agency. They also have staff members that are associated with each particular initiative. So if you see an initiative that you're interested in, I would encourage you to contact whoever that program office staff member is and try to set up a meeting with them, either virtually or by phone or in person, just be able to learn more information about their initiatives. They have a wealth of information. The Bowie Business Innovation Center, they are similar to the EDC, another phenomenal resource here in Prince George's County, and they service business owners not only from Prince George's County, but throughout the state of Maryland. The Bi-County Business Roundtable. The Bi-County Business Roundtable is a powerhouse roundtable here in Prince George's County. They do a phenomenal job at bringing forth high-level guest speakers that otherwise most of us would not have access to. It's great to respond to emails and respond to bids and solicitations online, but a lot of business does take place at networking events and at roundtable events, such as the Bi-County Business Roundtable. They meet once a month. Their next meeting, I believe, is May 15th, and they are a member organization. However, they do have public events like their monthly meeting, and they have guest speakers lined up for every breakfast meeting that they host. And then last but not least, our friends at the Federal Credit Union and FSC First, they do an excellent job of providing information as it relates to money available for small business entrepreneurs. Specifically, FSC First has a program called Level Up. So if you visit their website, you can view what their Level Up program is. They have several initiatives under the Level Up program. And so I would encourage you to reach out to them to be able to learn more information. Those programs are always ongoing throughout the year. So if you missed out on an opportunity that might have just ended, I'm pretty sure they'll have another opportunity coming up very shortly. So just wanted to share the short list of other resources. Upcoming events, I just touched on the Bi-County Business Roundtable, and that's their meeting is coming up. You can actually just if you Google Bi-County Business Roundtable, their events tab will pop up, and you can see what their the rest of their events look like for the rest of the year. I know they're going to have a big tech event, and I believe it's September, and they're having an end of the year event, which always has a great turnout in December. Washington Gas. Washington Gas is another resource partner that we collaborate with. Washington Gas, Pepco, WSSC, and Exelon Corporation. These are all entities that do heavy procurement throughout the metropolitan area. And so we work with them as a resource partner to be able to share their procurement opportunities with our database. Sometimes folks think Washington Gas or WSSC Water, and they kind of put them in a box and they think, oh, I don't have an opportunity. They're not looking for my type of services or goods. Believe it or not, they procure almost everything under the sun that you can think of. And so I would definitely recommend visiting their web pages to be able to learn more information about their specific procurement opportunities as well. In the month of June, we are organizing, we're working with FSC First to be able to host a new small business event. This event is open to businesses that have been in business for 2 years or less. And FSC First is looking to be able to provide information as it relates to funding to be able to help support those type of businesses. And then in the month of July, we are working with the Maryland Black Chamber of Commerce to be able to host an in-person event here in Prince George's County. It's going to be a 3-part series. We're talking small purchases, procurement. We're going to have a panel discussion, and then we're going to have some folks from the MBE, the certifying agencies, also provide information about what and how folks can leverage their MBE to be able to do business. So this is just a short list of upcoming events. And I am happy to take any questions at this time. I know there was a lot of information that was presented. The presentation will be sent out to all the registered participants, but happy to take any questions that may be available right now.
Thank you, Chris. That was great. I'm going to ask you a question, actually.
Sure.
Do you have an email newsletter that people can sign up to get these reminders?
So there's 2 things. We send out communications to folks who are certified, who are listed in our vendor directory. And then aside from that, I do have a separate listserv where they'll receive those same communications as well. That's a separate listserv. And then the third piece is on our business highway. When you scroll down to the bottom, there's I forget what it was called, but on the bottom of it, it has like a little email logo. Once you click on that, you can subscribe to receive notifications on behalf of Office of Central Services.
Okay, that's great. Thanks for that. Okay, so now's your opportunity to ask Chris your questions or ask him to repeat anything that you missed earlier. So I'll go through the chat box and see if there's anything there that we haven't tackled yet. Okay, we have a question regarding the site survey. What if your business has a PG County address, but most of the work is conducted virtually? Should the pictures be taken at the building?
The answer to that is yes. So what we're looking at is, so on your application, you have to have a physical address of where your business is located. So if that's reflected in Prince George's County, that's perfectly fine. Wherever that address is, that's where the photos, the 10 photos of the interior or the total of 10, 5 interior, 5 exterior will be taken.
Great. And regarding the opportunities you mentioned earlier, somebody's asking, is there anything for catering?
Yes, so catering is going to fall under our, specifically under our Prince George's County supply schedule that I mentioned. The supply schedule, in order to be eligible for the supply schedule, you must be a county-based small business or a MBE that is headquartered in Prince George's County. I believe there is some discussion to change some of the parameters on eligibility for the supply schedule. But those parameters, and it won't be implemented until July 1. So the program is currently being revamped, but catering is one of the categories that is going to be added to that supply schedule, which is, again, it's a streamlined process. I can locate you and contact you and do business directly with you.
Okay, sounds good. Let's see. Can you repeat whether you said we need to register as a vendor in a portal to perform work for the county?
So to perform work, they would, a business, number one, would have to be certified through our office. And that's what I was navigating to the CCS system. Once you're ready to begin that certification application, you'll have to navigate to the CCS system to apply for a business certification.
Great. Can a business with an address outside of the county but performs work at a residence in Prince George's County apply for one of the county certifications?
So if you're headquartered outside of Prince George's County, but you perform work, that's great, but you would have to have some type of satellite office or some office space in Prince George's County to be considered for the county located business certification. Now, there are opportunities that come up that sometimes they do not have a business certification requirement, but that's going to depend upon the solicitation. So depending on the type of service or good that they're looking for, sometimes they may lift those parameters or those stipulations and then open it up to any businesses that can perform the work. So it varies depending on the solicitation. But if you're headquartered outside the county, the only certification you would be eligible for would be the county located business, given that you have some type of office space in Prince George's County.
Okay, I'm getting a lot of questions about, do you by my industry, everything from landscaping to waste management? How can people find out?
Yeah, so I'm seeing the questions here. So the number one way to be able to find out is number one, setting up that vendor day meeting, right? You have to have that discussion. So I work in the supplier development diversity division. I am not knowledgeable of all of the procurement, the small little procurement areas where county agencies have needs. You have to have those discussions with the specific county agency. And the way to do that is through the vendor day meeting that I discussed, which is that 30-minute meeting. You have to sign up, and then you'll be scheduled to be able to have that discussion. And then, so if you work in waste management or if you work in landscaping, then you'll be paired up with the county agency that best corresponds to that particular service. And then you can ask those questions specifically to them. And they can kind of give you a better idea of what their forecast looks like, and or maybe a short list of preferred vendors that they may have to be able to perform services. But that's going to vary depending on agency to agency.
Okay, next question is, what was the certification you mentioned earlier that takes 2 to 7 days?
So the MBE reciprocal, again, the MBE reciprocal that we do is it's assuming that you've already been vetted as an MBE through one of the certifying agencies. You're basically, you have to apply and upload that documentation. That particular certification, you'll be certified within 2 to 3 days. All other certifications for Prince George's County government take up to 7 days, depending upon your application.
Okay. For the supply schedule, can we apply for opportunities that are not our business category and get a subcontractor with a similar business category?
Yes. So, well, there's two parts to it. So if you want to serve as the prime and then have a sub on that opportunity, somebody would have to have the certification. So again, the supply schedule is only open to folks who have, or businesses that have a county-based small business certification or a county-based MBE certification. So they'll have to have that type of certification in place. But again, you're not bidding on an opportunity as part of the supply schedule. You're basically being approved as a vendor who can provide that type of service, and then as needed, a county agency would contact you for that particular good or service.
Okay, well, it looks like that's all the questions, and you've tackled all of them. So thank you very much for that. And I'd like to thank everybody for participating today, and hopefully you guys can get some work with the county in the future. So thank you again, Chris, and thank you, everybody. And we hope to see you at a future event. Any last words, Chris?
Here's my contact information for additional questions. You can email. We have two places. We have our SD3 email where our business analyst can help answer any specific questions. And then here's my contact information as well. You can feel free to contact me for additional questions as well. But yes, thank you for this opportunity to be able to present this information today. And thank you all for your interest in doing business with Prince George's County government.
Thanks again, and I'll be sending out the slides and the recording shortly. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks.